Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 6 of the Craftist calendar. Today, we're going to be making a book themed Christmas ornament. So, for this, you're going to need cardboard. Any cardboard will do. I got mine from the side of a cider box and I just cut it off. A glue stick or better glue, spray adhesive would work beautifully. Scissors, a pencil. Again, book pages. I'm still working off of that same book. It will probably feed the next bazillion projects. And then a sheet of paper to do your template. And of course, a pencil to use with that. So, one more thing, maybe a ribbon or something to tie up your ornament. So, without further ado, let's get started. It's going to be a heart shaped ornament, and I wanted mine to be a little bit on the fatter side. So, this is what I sketched out. And this is sort of the top like an ornament would have. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy out. And then I'm going to test it for symmetry because I will want this to be the same on both sides. So once I cut it out, I am going to fold it in half. So here's my little template, and you can tell it's on the smaller side. I wanted this to be smaller and I wanted it to be kind of like rounder and wider. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it at the point here. And then work on evening it out a little bit. So I'll need to take this part off here, flip it around. This looks pretty good. And then I can kind of trim this up a little bit. And there's my new and improved heart. So now that I have this, I am going to trace it on a couple of things. I'm going to trace it on my cardboard. And actually, let's start with that. I'm going to trace 2 of these on my cardboard. So here I am tracing the hearts onto my cardboard, and then I am cutting both of those out. And I'm going to grab each one and retrace that one on a different book page. I can fit 2 to a page, so I'm going to do that. And then I also cut out my book pages. Once that is done, I cover the ornament in glue and I attach the book pages, 1 to each side, making sure that they are nice and that there's no bubbles. And I repeat the step for the second ornament. Again, the glue and the paper and putting it together. For this, I'm going to switch and use my gold marker again. I'm just testing it on this page to see what it looks like. And I'm going to make these ornament bits just look like that little piece that hangs on an ornament. So I'm coloring those in with gold and giving them those little squiggly lines like so. And I'm going to do that on each of my sides of each ornament so that they all look maybe a little bit more like a heart. There we have it. And one more. And then for this last bar, we're going to cut the bottom of one and the top of the other so that we can crisscross them like so. So I'm going to cut in a straight line about halfway down on my first ornament. And I will repeat the same thing from the top on my second ornament. By the way, if you just like these flat and you don't want to do this part, you could totally just keep 2 kind of flat ornaments. And then we're going to stick these together. As you can tell, this is like the best way to test them. You can measure it out, but I typically just do this. And then it looks like I have to cut one of these or both of these a little bit more. So I'm just going to deepen both of these cuts, and I'm not going to go too far because I want to make sure that these guys are holding together. So crossing this over, and I do want it to line up evenly. So I'll do it again, but with less gusto. There we go. And now we can line this up. So because this is nice and a little bit harder because of the cardboard, it's going to want to stay like this. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, I was like, how do I hang this? I think I'm going to put a couple of holes with my hole punch into one of the sides of this heart. And then let me grab a string and so for this, you could use string, you could use ribbon. I'm using just this brown, dark brown embroidery string. And I'm going to tie it on either end. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just tying it in a knot. And then I'm going to trim it down. Oh, suddenly this got interesting, huh? So yes, why do we make these? So that our cats have enrichment, right? That's the whole purpose of a Christmas tree, I think. Okay. So let's trim off the edges to make sure this is nice and tight. And then trim. And make sure this one's nice and tight. And trim. And I'll go hang this on the tree. Let's see what that looks like once I hang it up. But I think it's pretty cute. And that concludes day 6 of the Craftist Advent Calendar. There's a part of me that wants to say, hey, you could do this with pages from somebody's favorite book and make it as a gift. But I'm going to say just make it for yourself and have fun with a cozy little craft. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.